is the vision of a grotesque and gargantuan beast.
Remote in the desert of Arabia lies the Nameless city, crumbling and inarticulate. It must have been thus before the first stones of Memphis were laid, and while the bricks of Babylon were yet unbaked. There is no legend so old as to give it a name or to recall that it was ever alive. It was of this place that Abdul al-Hazred, the mad poet, dreamed of the night before he sang his unexpected couplet. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange eons, even death may die. Hello everyone, SinisterHeart here, and we're back with another video. This one, the Nameless City, based upon H.P. Lovecraft's story of the same name.
Upon the Nameless City, in the ghastly
There goes the sun.
of an ending sleep. He looked at me, chilly, from the rays of a cold moon amidst the desert's heat, and as I returned its look, I forgot my triumph, finding it.
So we're getting some background on the story itself. Essentially, we've found an ancient city so old that time has forgotten it, and we're trying to uncover the secrets in true Lovecraft fashion. Having some kind of long forgotten civilization existing out here in the wastes long ago. Praising likely some god that humanity is purposefully attempted to forget. The sandstorm rages with relentless fury. I shall set up a camp nearby and wait for this fierce wind to subside. Alright, well, where am I going to do that at? Set up camp. Okay, I guess we just pick a spot. I can't move, so I guess my only option is to sleep until morning. Alright, here we are. Packed up our tent, I guess. Anything inside? No? Okay. Well, it looks like we alone are venturing into this long-forgotten ruin. Yeah, I'm a big fan of cosmic horror for those that have been around for a little while. What's this? The wall lacks carvings or inscriptions, leaving me unable to determine if the inhabitants of the city were humans. If they were humans. You know, a good question. So, of course, I'm gonna see a Lovecraft-esque game and play it myself. Piece fell off. It appears that this oddly shaped rock has fallen from the structure. Strangely, its texture is rough, as though the arid winds of the desert haven't eroded it. Strange. It's a bit strange that the sand hasn't had any erosion, considering its likely age. There's something up there. And there's something over here that is glowing. I guess we go here next. Oh. Torch. Oh. What is that? Behind that pillar, I can get a glimpse of a strange glyph. Its mere sight makes me shiver. I personally don't know too much about the Nameless City outside of some extraneous research I've done for... What the fuck am I looking at? The statue appears to be an ancient idol of an unfathomed faith. The grotesque eyes and teeth are strangely more intricate than the rest of the image. The sole imagination of the perverse rituals officiated here to venerate this deity sends my mind to wander in a sea of despair and madness. Well, shit. Oh, we have some veins. Do we need to leave? Looks like we're going insane. Oh yeah, looks like we might have a sanity meter. How do I stop from going insane? What do I do? Yeah, like I said, I only know so much as it relates to the cosmic core and Fallout video I made 3 years ago at this point. What is this? A strange barrier obstructs the path ahead. Its surface is made from an unearthly material. It repels my hand when I dare to touch it, as though it were force rather than a physical substance. Alright, so we gotta figure out how to disable that, I'm assuming, somehow? Let's venture into this building real quick. Orb. Muffled aquatic noises emanate from the pit before me. Could there be a subterranean mass of water beneath this city? I guess I can't go down there. But it does sound like there's something aquatic down there, so some parts are submerged. Interesting that we're hearing that down in the, out here in the desert, in the wastes. Alright, so we have to venture further into this building, into this structure, in order to figure out, unless we can go up here? No, this is blocked off. Alright, so yep, down into the darkness we go. What is this? Signs of the ancient race that dwelled here adorn this primitive altar. This desolate place is reminiscent of an ancient temple. What forgotten and dreadful rites would have occurred here? That is a fantastic question, and, you know, word of wisdom, maybe you don't find out. Maybe you leave it be. I feel like that's the big mistake, is the search for knowledge often leads to, you know, insanity. Searching and learning about things you probably shouldn't, far more ancient than anything humanity has previously uncovered. Should raise some alarms, probably. Something you don't quite understand lies just underneath. There is something undulating over here. Okay, those are the pillars. I hope. A smaller idol. Look, as long as we don't meet the beast that was worshipped here, we should probably be fine, right? What the fuck is that noise? What is this? Oh, good lord. Oh, good heavens. What is happening?
I felt something trying to establish contact with me. Yet I felt its voice inside my brain. Its faint whisper still lingers around this place. There shall be another glyph around.
I don't know about you, dude, but I think if objects start whispering to me inside an ancient temple, that's my cue to get the fuck out, not continue venturing forward. The city is adorned with these cryptic glyphs. I am haunted by the certainty that I have seen the sigil during my studies of the occult. Yet its meaning is shrouded by the gray veil of time. I hear more whispering. Oh god, oh fuck. Look, dude, as cool as this sounds, I think people were right to call you mad because this is, probably a bad idea. Oh boy, more humming, whispering. That signifies our slow descent into insanity. What is that? It's just a square with a line through it. Why is it humming? Oh.
He's feeling again a sharp pain inside my skull. However, the meaning of these glyphs has begun to unveil itself to me. I have started to transcribe them into my journal, as I am convinced they hold the key to unlock the secrets of the city.
Something tells me this, this dummy head, this dummy doo-doo fart-faced man is gonna unlock some eldritch abomination beyond our wildest imaginations. Open Glyphs Journal. Q. Dispel. A strange barrier obstructs the path ahead. Well, it appears that I know whatever ancient glyph language this is. Pretty low ceilings over here. Poor design choice if you ask me. Oh, a lot of glyphs all happen to be staring at me as I walk in. How peculiar. How lovely. Oh, we're back outside. What the fuck is going on? The device before me bears a strong resemblance to a sun clock. However, after seeing the raging wind that arises at nightfall, I am drawn to the supposition that this civilization was more fascinated by the lunar mysteries than by the glare of the sun. I guess we just venture forward and see if...
A sandstorm emerges from the insides of the city.
Oh.
And then shrouds the ruins at night. I shall go back to the camp. Head is hurting again.
Alright, I guess we're going back to camp.
It's like the city doesn't want to be explored at night.
You know, maybe we should trust that. Why is... Can I leave? Oh gosh. Why is it pink? Is that the sand? That's just the sand graphic? You know, if an ancient city is telling you to leave, crazy thought, maybe fucking leave. Crazy idea, I know. Maybe the pursuit of knowledge, you know, there's a line to be drawn somewhere. I think at the point of Eldritch abominations unleashing unknown horrors upon the earth, maybe you just stop there. Maybe you halt. Maybe you don't go forward. This guy's like, sign me the fuck up. I'll do what I want. So now we know some of the sigils, right? So we do the spell. And look at that. I'm casting spells. You could say I'm part of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Oh, here's this full sigil. The structure is decorated with these unfathomable symbols. It must have held significance for the inhabitants of the city. Or perhaps it connects to an important monument for their civilization. And we go. Let's desecrate their holy site. Or unholy site. Or... what's happening? Where am I now? I am somewhere else. I'm in the city. Holy shit. On the far side of this precipice, a grand structure has been carved in stone. An unnatural glow emanates from its sides, as though this Eldritch monument was inviting me to unearth its mysteries. Well, if it's inviting me, then I might as well go, right? What is this? What are you? Why are you glowing? Why are you undulating like that? What are you? Why can't I interact with you? Alright, I guess we venture around and dip our toes in this proverbial pool of insanity. Can I just... You can die. That is something you can do. You can just walk straight off the edge if you want. What is this? These statues are expelling a turbulent gust of sand and gravel. Is this phenomenon a whim of nature, or the sculptures built for a purpose that has been buried in the eons? Perhaps to... ooh. For the purpose of obfuscating the entire city, keeping it hidden away? What is this? A glyph has been etched upon this rock, a symbol that I've studied during my research of the occult, the Elder Sign. Curiously, an unexplainable sense of security envelops me when I'm near this glyph, as if its very form were a ward against the dreadful secrets of this city. Well, perhaps we trust it. The spell. I don't know what that did, but I'm sure it did something. What is this? Not all the mouths of these eerie statues release wind. Some must have crumbled as the ages drifted by. Curious. I was assuming we have to get over there somehow. We trace our way all the way up there. But first, we need to not fall off this entire thing. I'm not sure what the purpose is for releasing all the sand. Maybe we'll see later. Simple little easy peasy. Just dodge the sand and wind and you're good to go, I guess. Does it matter which path we take? Are all these glowing... What the fuck is that? Upon a distant cliff, the skeletal remains of a colossal animal repose in eerie stillness. Could it be that the inhabitants of the city once dwelled alongside this titanic creature? Well, as long as it's dead and no longer alive, am I right? But what is up there exactly? Because there's a... Oh my god. I am quite dumb, stupid, and irreversibly goofy. Can I even go this way? I don't think I can. Okay, so yeah, we have to go down. And we have to go across. Now I'm really curious to see what kind of massive creature it was. What its purpose was, how it interacted, if it was in a symbiotic relationship, if that thing was being worshipped or what. I guess we go down here. Can we go this way? I think that's where we're supposed to go. But I'm assuming we have to do something over here first. What's the worst that could happen? Am I right? Am I right, chat? Another symbol to learn, perhaps? Another step into the realm of insanity, even? Uh-huh. What the fuck is that? What the fuck are you? Before me lies an alien device, a lifeless orb resting above an unnatural pedestal. Its ever-shifting surface is mesmerizing, as if it beckons me to unveil its mysteries. Touch the orb. Oh, pathway's open. What happens if I touch the orb again? Oh. Something unnatural, that's for sure. That's just raw, that's just straight insanity, I guess. Touch the orb. Well, I don't know what that accomplished for me. But I can't go that way right now. We'll come back that way, I guess. Let's see if this way gives us any indication of what we need to do to figure this puzzle out. What the fuck is that? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know what that noise was, but I don't like it. Alright, so can we go... Alright, so we can go around. And... assume we press this orb? I don't think we can get to this orb, though, because of this thing in the way. Oh, this is open. What did that do? I don't know where those eyes came from, but alright. A beam of just pure insanity, how lovely. So I guess we go this way. And grab the thing. How lovely. How cute.
I felt my consciousness expand, encompassing every corner of the universe. And from the depths of reality, voices whisper to me, ancient and forbidden knowledge. These voices possess the secret of reshaping the very essence of matter, and they bestow that power to me.
I feel like you're inflating your sense of importance here, but by all means, say that this unimaginable terror is bestowing upon you power unlike any you've seen before upon Earth in long, long while. Actually, now I can go back, because now I have the cast cough. I feel like the more I use these spells, the quicker I become insane. What the fuck? Before me, the strange symbols adorn the walls of this cliff. Their texture is rough, as though the arid winds of the desert haven't eroded it. Huh. Yeah, our brain is getting pinker or purpler. I think that might be a bad thing. I think that's a sign that we are losing our fucking minds. Yeah, dude, you are cracking. Oh, look, a massive statue praising some terrible abomination. I think maybe you need to like relax and lay off the spells for a little while. I know you say you can stop at any time, but I think the spells are starting to get to you, dude. Oh. An enormous and eerie statue looms before the entrance of this colossal monument, as an ever-watchful sentinel that guards the mysteries buried in the depths of the Nameless city. Yikes, how lovely. How cool. How quaint. Tell me more. Are these guys following me? We're gonna pretend like we didn't see that. My most primal instincts compel me to cease the exploration of this city. Maybe listen to them. but my insatiable curiosity is more intense than the most primordial of fears. Foolish. Quite foolish, if you ask me. I say turn around. Don't come back. But why listen to me? I'm just a guy. It seems as though the whispers are getting more and more intense the further we go in. It seems like a red flag to me, but... The sediment that clings to this wall bears a resemblance to the remains of an ancient mural. Though I can't grasp any recognizable form of art, I'm left to ponder the possibility of whether, in the deepest corners of this building, any painting has survived the relentless passage of time. No idea. Open the door. A massive door of brass is resting in the wall of this gloomy passage. In the darkness, as I open the door, I find myself chanting over and over again a phrase from one of Lord Dunzinny's tales. The unreverberate blackness of the abyss. Oh, is that it? Is that all you're chanting, dude? Curious. Alright, so I guess
Darkness that occupies this tunnel feels unnatural. The feeble lightness of my torch is at least a full comfort in this abyss.
Yeah, it's quite dark in here. I guess we're venturing further and further down. Again, I wonder if we're going to meet this Eldritch abomination or something even worse lies down here. What is that? What is this? The material of this artifact fluctuates and glows dimly. Its surface radiates a heat that is unusually soothing. Alright, what are these lines going through everything, though? Glowing sigils. Unearthly whispers. Strange lines going through reality itself.
An icy wind aroused from these tunnels.
Strange.
With a torchlight dim. Was it a mere trick of my imagination?
Did it dim? Is it getting darker? Is our torch going to go out? Or is the darkness becoming more all-consuming? Oh, this one's a bit dimmer. The artifact bears a resemblance to the one that I encountered earlier, yet this time its surface is cold and lifeless. The passage of centuries may have rendered this relic inert. Maybe these things kept or are keeping some kind of beast at bay? Maybe the people were not worshipping so much as trying to keep it locked away. What the fuck is that? But as time rolls on and the city falls apart, its cage is slowly weakening. The bars withering away until nothing stands in its way from being unleashed upon the earth. It is conceivable that the inhabitants of the city fabricated these artifacts to illuminate these depths, possibly. Astoundingly, a handful of them continue to cast their light after countless centuries. Okay, so we have some vague artwork here. We have the monster and some entity with horns. Surprisingly, a well-preserved fresco adorns this wall, defying the ravages of time. The creatures depicted in this painting are grotesque, an amalgamation of a frog, a reptile, and a mythic satyr, and a human. Like what, a bull of some kind? Something else? The beings pictured in this frescoes are abhorrent, causing me to question if the people of the city were humans at all. Yet these reasons impel me to accept the theory of these creatures being allegorical representations of the inhabitants of the city. Another what appears to be like what, a bull and something else. Several of the eldritch creatures depicted in this fresco are crawling. Could it be that these cramped tunnels were intentionally constructed to evoke the nightmarish fantasy that they once roamed the very depths of this city? Horrid. So a good question, are these just representations of the inhabitants, or are they the true inhabitants of this long dead city? And if so, where exactly did this civilization go? The city is here. There are no other hints to another civilization like it on the earth, supposedly. Why is my sanity going down? What's happening? Okay, I'm not sure what this is about. But where did they go? We're seeing no signs of corpses, no signs of anything. The darkness is becoming more and more, like, all-consuming. Fuck. Unless these are the caskets right here. The wooden case bears an unsettling resemblance to a coffin. It's miraculous that the material has not succumbed to the inexorable ravages of time. Can we take a peek inside? Should this wooden box have served as a casket for the inhabitants of the city, it is plausible that these torturous tunnels served as an necropolis. Horrifying. So more bodies to be seen, is what you're saying? We're gonna ignore the horrible sounds ringing. Oh boy.
The torch has succumbed to the void. I must urgently seek a new source of light, as this abyss is hungry for the last remnants of my sanity.
Oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck. Can we take out a chunk? Okay, so this restores it. But then the darkness saps it away. What the fuck was that? That was a big ass eye just staring at us. Again, I think we are opening up a cage that should not be open. We're being beckoned closer. Oh, this is inert. That's not good. Oh, fuck. We're being beckoned further and further into this place. And I think we should probably just turn around and leave. That would be the smart thing to do. But I don't think this guy's, you know, the smartest one around. Instead, he ventures further and further into a necropolis, a cage, to uncover what exactly? A being long lost to time that should probably remain lost. But instead, it's likely beckoning him closer, urging him to continue, to free it. Oh, this goes down further than the other ones. Almost bit it there. Becoming too long between one spot to the next. Oh boy. What am I looking at? Exactly. My grim suspicions have been confirmed. These boxes served as coffins by the inhabitants of the city. Within the sarcophagus, a hideous mummy reposes, with a shape only conceived in the nightmarish, most delirious of nightmares. Its very form resides beyond my comprehension, and I have long since forgotten it. Besides, the most unsettling of all is the unnatural state of preservation of the corpse. We can only see a vague outline. We can't even see inside. The contemplation of these eldritch mummies strains the very limits of my cognition. Their forms defy the boundaries of reason. Even though the hands and fingers of these monstrosities resemble the human, their bodies are the reptile kind, and their heads are an abhorrent fusion of creatures of the cat, the bullfrog, and the goat. Oh, how lovely. What is going on? Okay, so the creatures depicted in the frescoes are resembling the mummies inside, meaning that the frescoes really were depictions of the inhabitants, not some kind of artistic representation, like true representation of them. The empty coffins haunt me almost the same as the occupied ones. A horrifying vision consumes my thoughts, the bodies of deceased leaving their wooden graves and wandering the city in a nightmarish procession. You know, you didn't have to state that out loud. We could have just imagined that they were just unused coffins, but instead, we can now imagine them, you know, out and about. The importance of these eldritch beings must have been vast, as they hold first place among the frescoed walls and the funeral rites. A relentless vision lingers in my mind. These grotesque creatures crawling in these cramped tunnels as if the very city was constructed for them. Probably was, pal. The race that came before. Another sigil. Another smidge of insanity, please.
My mind was inundated by thousands memories, each of them a searing spike piercing my brain. Could these visions be the memories of the inhabitants of the city?
Quite possibly.
The line between reality and these eldritch visions blurs my cognition.
I don't think we're gonna make it.
Haze.
And we died. Let's do that on this. Cast. Oh, that restores it. Okay. That's how we get down. Forgot we even grabbed that. Alright, brings that back. Now we should ideally be able to venture down even further, though we did see clear signs of life down in these tunnels. So, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a bit like I'll set this one out instead. How far down does this go? Holy shit. We've been going down for a long fucking time. Hello? Okay. Cast. Cut. Whatever you said. The absence of any representation of death in their murals continues to perplex me. It is plausible that the inhabitants of the city harbored a belief in some semblance of immortality, a delusion that the bodies within the coffins would somehow endure for eternity. Well, if some of them are empty, and we saw something moving around, perhaps these aren't even coffins at all. Essentially, they're their place of hibernation for the day that they awaken once more. Maybe that's why they don't have a concept of death in their murals, is because they don't die. They simply hibernate or go into stasis to be reawakened once again at a later point. And we are foolishly walking in to possibly awaken them. Who knows? Who's to say? That'd be my guess, though, for why there's no concept of death in their culture. That little statue scared me. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was something living, breathing. And I don't want to meet any living, breathing things down here, but that's just me. Going up a little bit. Another save beacon? That's a bit strange. So close. What's about to happen? Why is this glowing purple suddenly? Uh-oh. What is happening? Oh, God. Oh, where the fuck are we? What is this? A fresco depicting a desert landscape bearing a resemblance to the desert surrounding the city. Yet this mural has a remarkable difference, a body of water near the bottom of this painting. Eons ago, could it be that the sea once stretched near to these barren lands? Possibly. Why is the music getting more intense? The buildings depicted at the left of this fresco bear a striking resemblance, haunting revelation, as it suggests that it was constructed during primordial times, that its ruins survived the bygone sea. Oh. A depiction of some grotesque sea creature. Their very form conveys chaos. Could they have dwelled in the antediluvian sea around the city? The presence of some strange symbols carved on their skin, akin to the glyphs I have been collecting during my exploration, suggests that these beasts and sigils have a mysterious connection. Oh, this one. The fresco depicts the city more akin as it is nowadays, as the sea has already retreated. The foreboding night hints the city's descent into decay and obscurity, as it lost its once prolific connection to the sea and the creatures that dwelled it. Oh, hey. It's following me. The room depicted in this fresco bears similarities to a chamber that I previously encountered, a profane altar at the left and a mysterious idol at the right. Yet the altar is now adorned with a grotesque form that resembled a dismembered human corpse. How could it be that the inhabitants of the city were depicted as gruesome creatures in other frescoes, yet they are represented as precise humans in this painting, if my assumptions are even remotely accurate? I don't think they are. I think what we're seeing in the caskets are the inhabitants of the city, and what you're seeing here is them sacrificing humans to their Eldritch abomination god. And we're about to be another fucking sacrifice. Stop following me. Leave me alone. A circular structure made of stone surrounded by water and an altar at its center. This painting strongly implies that the profane rituals practiced by the inhabitants of the city were offerings dedicated to a sea deity. The enigmatic half-open gigantic door unveils a formless cloud of otherworldly colors, unnatural for the mortal realm, and perhaps the very abode of the aforementioned god. Eyes are following me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If they could kindly go away, that would be great. And back down at the depths. More frescoes. My relentless tide of thoughts inexorably returns to the disconcerting truth that, apart from that poor and barely recognizable person sacrificed in that mural, I stand as the only human form amidst this sea of otherworldly relics and frescoes. And we still have no indication as to what that gigantic creature was. If that's the corpse of their deity?
Initial presumption that the depicted creatures were representations of humans was just a shield against the profound horrors that dwell within the city's depths. A truth so unspeakable that I dare not express it with the voice of my conscious mind.
Yeah, that would be wise, dude. I think that would be wise. What are we about to see? Oh, this is the subterranean ocean. Oh god, are we gonna see the sea serpent? The sea god? Oh god, it's very, very wide open space in here. I'm not sure I like that very much. What are we walking towards? Oh, another altar. As I assumed, we're about to be sacrificed, right? What the fuck is going on? The doors to something are opening. What the fuck am I looking at? What is that dark shape underneath?
The recollections of my visit to the Nameless city are an amalgam of an Eldritch nightmare and an uncanny reality.
I don't think we're specifically on Earth anymore.
Amidst a hazy fog are my memories. A vivid sensation endures, inexorable dread of being pulled into an otherworldly abyss of light. Those silhouettes, the eerie forms of the crawling reptiles of the Nameless city, against the luminous ether of the abyss. Indelible mark that is etched in my worst nightmares at night is the vision of a grotesque and gargantuan beast that
Holy
reigns
fuck.
over the city beyond the void of night.
Oh my fucking god. That was the Nameless City, and in true Lovecraftian fashion, we had quite the spectacular ending in reference to, you know, Eldritch beings. We had inspired by Lovecraft's The Nameless City, 1921. I enjoyed it. Granted, I'm a fan of cosmic horror, of Lovecraftian horror. I'm a fan of slower paced games that kind of unfold the horror as you go along. And, you know, it's not too dissimilar from On the Mountains of Madness, which I have read, which is very kind of a slow burn of building up the mystery, much in the same way that this game does, where it's less on the overt horror and more of the dread that creeps upon you, seeing all these hints of some civilization that's by and gone that is worshipping something beyond the realm of our understanding that we saw at the very end. If you enjoyed it, I'll leave a link to the game itself on itch.io if you want to play it yourself. Otherwise, I've been SinisterHeart, and I'll see you in the next video.